Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jai Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari. Jai Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari. Yashodanandana Vraja Janaranjana. Yashodanandana Vraja Janaranjana. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jai Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari. Yashodanandana Vraja Janaranjana. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada. Jai Vishnupad Paramahans Virurajacharya Stotra Sata Shishimad Divine Grace Abhay Charanaravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. ISKCON founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Dela Shri Krishna Balaram Ki Jai. Shri Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman Ki Jai. Shri Gonitai Ki Jai. Shri Radha Shyam Sundar Lalita Vishakha Devi Ki Jai. Thai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol. All grace to the simple devotees. All grace to the simple devotees. All grace to the simple devotees. All grace to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. We're reading from Srimad Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter number 9, the most confidential knowledge, text number 5. Nacha mat-sthāni bhūtāni. Nacha mat-sthāni bhūtāni. Paśya me yogam aiśvaram. Paśya me yogam aiśvaram. Bhūta-bhṛn cha bhūta-stho. Bhūta-bhṛn cha bhūta-stho. Mamātmā bhūta-bhāvanaḥ. Mamātmā bhūta-bhāvanaḥ. Nacha mat-sthāni bhūtāni. Paśya me yogam aiśvaram. Bhūta-bhṛn cha bhūta-stho. Mamātmā bhūta-bhāvanaḥ. Nacha mat-sthāni bhūtāni. Paśya me yogam aiśvaram. Bhūta-bhṛn cha bhūta-stho. Mamātmā bhūta-bhāvanaḥ.
Nacha mat-sthāni bhūtāni.
Nacha mat-sthāni bhūtāni.
Paśya me yogam aiśvaram.
Paśya me yogam aiśvaram.
Bhūta-bhṛn cha bhūta-stho.
Bhūta-bhṛn cha bhūta-stho.
Mamātmā bhūta-bhāvanaḥ.
Mamātmā bhūta-bhāvanaḥ. Okay.
Nacha mat-sthāni bhūtāni.
Nacha mat-sthāni bhūtāni. Paśya me yogam aiśvaram. Bhūta-bhṛn cha bhūta-stho. Mamātmā bhūta-bhāvanaḥ. Word for word meaning. Na, never. Cha, also. Mat-sthāni, situated in me. Bhūtāni, all creation. Paśya, just seeing. Me, my. Yogam aiśvaram, inconceivable mystic power. Bhūta-bhṛt, the maintainer of all living entities. Na, never. Cha, also. Bhūta-sthaḥ, in the cosmic manifestation. Mama, my. ātmā, self. Bhūta-bhāvanaḥ, the source of all manifestations. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. And yet, everything that is created does not rest in me. Behold my mystic opulence. Although I am the maintainer of all living entities, and although I am everywhere, I am not part of this cosmic manifestation. For myself is the very source of creation. Purport. The Lord says that everything is resting on Him. Mat-sthāni sarva bhūtāni. This should not be misunderstood. The Lord is not directly concerned with the maintenance and sustenance of this material manifestation. Sometimes we see a picture of Atlas holding the globe on his shoulders. He seems to be very tired holding this great earthly planet. Such an image should not be entertained in connection with Krishna's upholding this created universe. He says that although everything is resting on him, he is aloof. The planetary systems are floating in space, and this space is the energy of the Supreme Lord. But he is different from space. He is differently situated. Therefore, the Lord says, although they are situated on my inconceivable energy as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, I am aloof from them. This is the inconceivable opulence of the Lord. In the Nirukti Vedic dictionary, it is said, Yujyate nena durgateshu karyeshu. The Supreme Lord is performing inconceivably wonderful pastimes displaying his energy. His person is full of different potent energies, and his determination is itself actual fact. In this way, the personality of Godhead is to be understood. We may think of doing something, but there are so many impediments, and sometimes it is not possible to do as we like. But when Krishna wants to do something, simply by his willing, everything is performed so perfectly that one cannot imagine how it is being done. The Lord explains this fact. Although he is the maintainer and sustainer of the entire material manifestation, he does not touch this material manifestation. Simply by his supreme will, everything is created, everything is sustained, everything is maintained, and everything is annihilated. There is no difference between his mind and himself, as there is a difference between ourselves and our present material mind. Because he is absolute spirit. Simultaneously, the Lord is present in everything, yet the common man cannot understand how he is also present personally. He is different from this material manifestation, yet everything is resting on him. This is explained here as yogam aiśvaram, the mystic power of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Om ajnanatimirandasya jnananjana shalakaya chakshurunmilitam yena tasmai shri gurave namah. Shri Chaitanya manobishtam stapitam yena bhutale swayam rupa kada mahyam dadati swapadantikam. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurana Vaishnavangstam Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatanvitam Tang Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitangstam. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacham Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaham. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrindam. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Nacha mat-sthāni bhūtāni paśya me yogam aiśvaram bhūta-bhṛn nacha bhūta-stho mamātmā bhūta-bhāvanaḥ. And yet everything that is created does not rest in me. Behold my mystic opulence. Although I am the maintainer of all living entities, and although I am everywhere, I am not a part of this cosmic manifestation. For myself is the very source of creation. Hare Krishna. Lord Krishna is speaking to Arjuna about the most confidential knowledge. So far he has given the qualities of this confidential knowledge. It is the king of all education. It is the most secret of all secrets. It is pure. It is joyfully performed. It gives direct experience of the self. So after saying this, then Lord Krishna tells Arjuna that if you do not have faith in this process, you will return to this world of birth and death. Samsara. It's a circle. One is born, dies, born, again, dies again, like that, continuously. And so, then Lord Krishna is saying that everything is in Him. Maya tatam idam sarvam jagad avyakta murtinam. All beings are in me, but I am not in them. But then, in today's verse, the Lord is saying, yet they are not in me. So it sounds contradictory. One verse earlier, Lord is saying everything is in Him and He is in everything. And then the second verse is saying, no, everything is not in Him. So how is this? Right. And these two verses, text number 4 and number 5, are what are being expanded upon in the next two chapters. So chapter 10, Arjuna is asking Lord Krishna, how are you in everything? See? And so Lord Krishna gives some few examples. He's saying, I cannot give you all the examples, but I'll give you some few examples by which you can perceive me in everything. So among the animals, mriganam cha mrigendroham, among the animals I am the lion, right? Stavaranam Himalaya, among the immovable objects I am Himalaya. Pandavanam Dhananjaya, among the Pandavas I am Arjun. And so in this way the Lord gives very few examples of how one can perceive Him in everything. And then in chapter 11, He shows how everything is in Him through His universal form. When He manifests His universal form, He shows how everything is in Him. So chapter 10, He's showing how He is in everything. Chapter 11, He's showing how everything is in Him. And so therefore the Lord is saying, don't try to understand this. It is inconceivable. We cannot fully comprehend the Lord's power. This is evidenced by Lord Brahma. Lord Brahma was hearing how there is a boy here in Vrindavan who's performing wonderful, superhuman acts. And the demigods were all mentioning this, and so Lord Brahma got curious. And he saw, there is this boy, young boy, blue boy, walking around in the forest of Raja. And he saw in his left hand he was holding some rice with fruit sticking out in between the fingers. I said, this is the Supreme Personality of Godhead? This is Lord Vishnu, my worshipable Lord? No, cannot be. Let me test. And so as we know, when the boys were sitting in their kadamba having their lunch, suddenly one boy noticed, said, hey, where are the cows? I cannot see them, they've gone. And so they all got frightened, we have to go look. But Lord Krishna told them, no, wait. I'll go, you all continue your lunch, I'll go and find them. And so as Lord Krishna went looking for the cows and the cows, on this side Brahma kidnapped all the boys. And he went and hid them. And then he came back. So as he went and hid them and came back, he thought it's just like maybe for a fraction of a second for him. But here, 1 year had passed. And so as he hid the boys and he came back, he found the exact same scene going on. Cows were there, boys were having their lunch, Lord Krishna was surrounded by all of them, and he said, wait, what happened here? I had taken the boys and hidden them, yet I am seeing they are still here. So, was I dreaming? Did I really not take the boys? Then he said, no, I have taken the boys. Yeah. What is going on here? Where did these boys come from? And so as he was thinking like this, Lord Krishna revealed the trick. And he showed Brahma how he himself had expanded into all the boys and the cows and the cows. And each one of them took on a form, four-armed form of Lord Vishnu, right? Carrying Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma. Right? And when Brahma saw this, he got bewildered. Because not only was he seeing the Vishnu forms, but he was seeing all the energies of the Lord as well, worshipping those forms. So he got very bewildered. He was like, what's going on here? Yeah. And he saw one thing very particularly. Yeah. It was not that there was one Vishnu form expanded into millions. No. Not like how the sun is reflected in different pots of water. So if you have 20 pots of water and the sun is reflected, it seems like there is 20 suns, but actually there is only one sun. So Lord Brahma, at first he thought there is only one Vishnu form, but this is some kind of illusion. I'm seeing so many millions of forms. But no, there were millions of forms. There was not one sun reflected in different pots, there were different suns. So each form of Lord Vishnu was there, right? Expanding. And not only that, he saw so many other demigods and so many other Brahmas. They were all worshipping those forms. And so he couldn't handle the reality. Then Lord pulled the curtain again. And so Brahma snapped out of it, so to speak, and he saw Krishna standing there still with the morsel of rice in his hand. And immediately he fell down from his airplane and offered obeisances. See. So Lord Brahma, he is highly qualified. Still he could not comprehend this, how everything is in Krishna and how Lord Krishna is not in everything at the same time. The scriptures, they give us the analogy of the fire. Vishnu Puran mentions the fire. Fire is situated in one corner, but the energies of the fire are spread around in that room. So the energies of heat and light, if there is a big raging fire in the corner of the room, we'll feel the heat and we'll also see the light. So the same way the Lord is situated in his abode. Goloka eva nama satya kilatma bhūto. He is always there, never leaves. But yet, he is also everywhere through his different energies. Srila Prabhupada mentions that Lord doesn't have to do any physical work. He's mentioning about Atlas holding, in Greek mythology, they have this deity called Atlas who is holding the whole globe. And they believe that Atlas is holding the globe. Somehow it's a corruption of Ananta. Ananta became Atlas, right? And they have a perception that it's a very heavy task. But Srila Prabhupada is explaining, for Krishna it's not so heavy, no. Why is he the Supreme Lord? Because his other name is Satyakama. Whatever he desires becomes true. Can we take a moment and just try to realize this, understand this? There are so many people claiming that we are God. They go around claiming, I am God. You can ask them this one simple question. Can you fulfill your own desires? Say, we want to eat a rasgulla. For Lord Krishna, He has already finished tasting the rasgulla. For us, we desire to eat a rasgulla, we first have to go and find somewhere where they're selling them, go and buy it. For that, you need money, you need to work somewhere, or get some donation, spend the money, get the rasgulla, then offer it and then eat it. Then the desire is complete. So you have to do some work to fulfill that desire. But for Lord Krishna, his desire, as soon as he desires, is immediately fulfilled. See? So therefore, this work of expanding the material world and the spiritual world and all these wonderful things that are going on, for Lord Krishna it was just a desire. He simply desires and the work is done. Parasya Shakti Vidhaya Shruyate Swabhaviki Jnana Bala Kriyacha. It's Swabhaviki, naturally, automatically it happens. Therefore, he is also, another name of his is self-satisfied, ātmā. He doesn't need any external source to fulfill his desire. Yet the living entity needs so many items and so much assistance to fulfill the desire. Even something simple like living in this material world, we need a body. Can we create a body in a lab? We can create a robot. Yes. Nowadays AI has become so advanced. You can have a robot mimicking human behavior, but it is not alive. See? Doesn't run, doesn't eat, doesn't process food. We cannot do even that. Simply some simple thing like to reproduce the digestive system. Impossible. See? Even just to live here in this material world, we need assistance. We need the assistance of sunlight, of air, of water, of the earth. And yet, there are people who go around claiming that they are the Supreme Lord. Supreme Lord doesn't need water to drink. He doesn't need air to breathe. He doesn't need light. He doesn't need even the earth. We find the picture of Mahavishnu. He's floating in the causal ocean. He doesn't need any support. He's supporting himself. This is the opulence of the Lord. Doesn't require any external thing. Therefore, absolute truth. In the first verse of the Bhagavatam, Vyasadeva gives this concept. What is Satyam Param? The absolute truth. Absolute truth means it is not dependent on any other truths. Whereas in this material world, everything is a relative truth. This material world, as Srila Prabhupada is explaining, is there because it is Lord Krishna who has facilitated it. He is the one behind it, the cause of all causes. See? Through his energy, this material world is being sustained. Therefore, Srila Prabhupada is saying there that he is the maintainer and sustainer of the entire material manifestation. But he does not have to work. Therefore, Lord Krishna said in the 4th chapter, Namam karmani limpanti, name karma phales priya. There is no work that I need to do. See, why do we work? We work to fulfill our desires. If you do not work, there is a saying in Panchatantra that for the sleeping lion, no deer will walk into its mouth. The lion is hungry and he says, I am the king of jungle, I need food. No deer will come and say, oh yes, please, dear king, eat me. Here I am. No, even the lion will have to get up and find food. Because the desire is there to eat. So to eat, to fulfill that desire, the lion has to work. See. But with Lord Krishna, desire is there and it is fulfilled, therefore there is no work. He is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Simply his desiring, everything is fulfilled. Therefore no work. Srila Prabhupada tells the story of a tourist who wanted to ascertain who is the real God in India. Because everyone, whenever we are preaching, especially if you're preaching outside of India, they all think that you have so many gods. Because Christianity is a monotheistic religion, only one deity that is to be worshipped. Islam also monotheistic, there is only Allah, nobody else, right? They even write on their mosques, only Allah is to be worshipped and nobody else. And Muhammad is his prophet, right? But when it comes to Sanatana Dharma, people get confused. Oh, they have so many gods. So who is the real God? So Srila Prabhupada tells about this tourist who had come and he'd visited many temples. So he had gone to a Hanuman temple and he found Lord Hanuman holding a club, and he's like, why does he need the club? That means there must be something he's using the club for, no? And he found him holding a mountain. I was like, okay, there's some work going on here, right? He's holding a mountain and he has a club, that means they must be doing something, right? Then he goes to a Durga temple and sees, oh, Ma Durga with her 8th Ashtabhuja Roop, holding various weapons, and weapons means security issue. Yeah, there must be something also here. Goes to a Lord Shiva temple, finds him also there with a trident. Like, all these gods are carrying weapons. What's going on here? Right? Then he goes to Lord Ram, finds also there's a bow there. Like, he gets confused. Right? But then when he goes to a Radha Krishna temple, he finds Lord is holding a flute. And so through his own analysis, he said, all the others, they were doing some work. But here, Lord Krishna, he is simply playing the flute. He is simply enjoying. So he must be the supreme. See? Therefore, Lord Krishna says, I don't have any work. For Lord Krishna, everything is Leela. Leela means everything is enjoyment. Even this expansion of the material universe is Shrishti Leela. By the way, is happening as an enjoyment. He doesn't have to really think about it. Has the sun risen up this morning? No, he doesn't need to do that. Yeah. It's automatically. Maya jakshena prakriti suyate sacharacharam. That verse will come up in the next few verses. Under his supervision, the material world is working. He doesn't really have to get involved with the nitty-gritties, how to make it work. And so therefore, Srila Prabhupada is saying that although everything is resting in him, he is aloof. And he gives an example, like the government. We know India has been run by the government of Prime Minister Modi. Right. In other words, in simpler terms, we can say Prime Minister Modi is in charge of India. Right. But he is not everywhere. He is not in the Panchayat for Vrindavan. But under his supervision, the government is running. It's his energy. His government is in place, and through that, he is running the entire country. But he himself is different. Therefore, Lord is saying, everything is in me, but I am not in them. See? Everything is running because of my energy. Actually, knowledge means that. Devotees, they understand there is nothing other than Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna, when he was speaking to Lord Brahma, he gave the definition of Maya. We know Maya means that which is not. But Lord Krishna gave the definition to Brahma. He said, what is Maya? Ritirtam nat pratyeta, right? What you think exists without me, that is Maya. Because I am everything. Aham eva sam eva agre nanyad yad sadasat param. Paśyadaham yadetacha yo vashisheta sosmiham. Before the creation I was existing, during the creation I am existing, even after the creation I remain. Then he says, Ritirtam na pratiyeta chatmani. That, my dear Brahma, if you think there is anything that exists separate from me, that is Maya. So in this material world, people are looking for God. They're saying, where is He? Where is Krishna? We've searched the entire sky, we've searched the seas, we've searched the land. We've not found Krishna. Where is Krishna? But if we have come here to forget Krishna, so Krishna hides himself. Naham prakasha sarvasya yoga maya samavrita. Lord Krishna says, I hide myself so that people cannot see me. Because here in this material world we've come to forget. And He helps us forget Him. He's so kind. He's there with us. He's saying, you want to forget me? Okay, I'll help you do that. So He creates the material world wherein we try to look for Krishna, we can't see Him. But if we hear His words in the Bhagavad Gita and we open our eyes with transcendental knowledge, then every atom Krishna is there. He's saying, Maya tatam idam sarvam. Idam sarvam. Sarvam means everything. He is all pervading. In adantarasta paramanu chayantarastam. In every atom and in between every atom. In modern science they say the smallest indivisible particle of matter is called atom. So that is the smallest. We cannot see it with our eyes. Right? And there is space in between the atoms. The Lord is also situated there. The devotee can see. Science cannot see. They tried looking, they couldn't find. They can't even find the soul within this body. Right? Because the soul is also so small. 1/10,000th tip of the hair. And with that soul is the Lord as Paramatma in the heart. He's present. Right? So therefore, if we want to go and find Lord Krishna, then we have to listen to His instructions on how to find Him. Otherwise, this material world is meant to help us forget Him. That's why we're here. Therefore, He's saying everything is in me, but I am not in them. The Bhagavatam explains this is related to the three phases of the Absolute Truth. Vadanti tat tattvavidas tattam yad jnanam advayam brahmeti paramatmeti bhagavaniti shabdyate. Brahman is the impersonal aspect, Paramatma the localized aspect, and Bhagavan means His personal aspect. So just like we say, everything is in the daytime, everything is resting on the sunshine. Sun is not present there, the sunshine is present. Sun is situated in the sky elsewhere. See? But normally we say, oh, the sun is out, it has come into the room. The sun hasn't come, sunshine has come. But we do not differentiate between the sunshine and the sun. See? Like people when they're walking about in the day, they say, oh, the sun is too hot. Right? But we've not touched the sun, nor is the sun touching us. But we still say, sun is too hot today. We haven't touched the sunshine. We cannot see the sunshine. Yet we know it is there. Similarly, Brahman, all pervading aspect of the Lord, is everywhere. Everything is resting on Brahman. Right? Only Brahman is reality. Everything else is illusion. Brahma Satya. Right? So, devotee, one who knows, one who has heard Lord Krishna, then they can understand, yes, here only Krishna is there, no, nothing else. Krishna and His various energies, manifestations of the various energies. Therefore, Vyasadeva in the first verse only says, the material world is a relative truth because it is dependent on the absolute truth. It is because of the absolute truth that this world appears real. Therefore, Lord Krishna here is saying, everything is in me because there is nothing else. Apart from Lord Krishna, there is nothing else. Yet, through the three phases of his absolute personality, his personal aspect is different. It is situated differently and it is manifested differently. So this is the achintya bheda bheda tattva, simultaneously one and different. See, Lord Krishna is the same person as Brahman, as Paramatma, as Bhagavan, but as simultaneously one, but at the same time they are all different. And therefore, we find here that Srila Prabhupada is mentioning that he is maintaining everyone. He is also individual, but he is not like the rest. Nityo nityananam, chetanas chetananam. Among all eternals, he is the supreme eternal that is maintaining the other eternals. Yesha bhavanam yo vedadati kaman. He is the one fulfilling the desires of everyone. And doesn't have to work for it. He just, okay, you want to go separately, you have some desire. He just desires and material manifestation is expanded. All the living entities end up in it. All the living entities get their bodies according to their desires also. It's not like Lord Krishna is sitting with a big calculator doing some expensive calculations and things and so on, trying to adjust everything. No, automatically. Therefore, he's saying that I am the very source of this creation, mamātmā bhūta-bhṛn. Although I am everywhere, I am not part of this. And people challenge, oh, can you see God? Can you show me God? You cannot see your own eyelid. First figure that out, then we'll show you God. You can see this. Everyone can understand this. Yeah. We cannot see our eyelid. Yet we know the eyelid exists. But we cannot see it. Similarly, the created cannot see the Creator. Only through the mercy of the Creator can we understand. So here Lord Krishna, therefore he is saying most confidential knowledge. He is giving his most confidential knowledge, that how we can understand this. And at one point we will reach, just like Lord Brahma reached. He couldn't understand what Lord Krishna is showing him, and immediately he paid obeisances and offered prayers. Arjuna also, he saw the universal form. Lord Krishna is showing how everything is in him, and he just got bewildered. He even saw himself looking at the universal form and he was like, what's going on here? Right? And immediately offered obeisances. My Lord, we cannot understand you. Those who are not devotees, they'll try to understand. When they don't understand, they'll say it's fake. It's a myth, it's a legend, there's nothing like this, it's all imagination, it's all illusion. But devotees, when they don't understand, what do? They immediately offer obeisances. Because Lord Krishna is adokshaja, beyond our senses. He is inconceivable. This is yoga aiśvarya of Lord Krishna. Great demigods cannot understand who are we. But at the same time, Lord Krishna is so merciful, he is revealing some aspects by which we can appreciate his qualities. See, not fully, but at least some appreciation is there that, yeah, look at this. So devotees, when they understand the magnanimity of Lord Krishna and how he is trying to, or how he is explaining himself, the qualities about himself that he is giving us, they offer obeisances, they offer prayers, and they relish that knowledge. Therefore, Lord Krishna is telling Arjuna here, paśya yogam aiśvaram. Just see my mystic opulence. Don't try to understand it. Don't try to think too much about it. Just see. And through my mercy then, you will be able to get something. Yeah. Jiva can only understand so much about Lord Krishna. Yeah. They're limited. Only Lord Krishna knows Lord Krishna fully. Yeah. And we hear in the Chaitanya Charitamrita it's mentioned how Lord Ananta, he's listing out the qualities of Lord Krishna up to today. They have not finished. Yeah. The more he lists, the more they continue growing. So therefore, the devotees understand Krishna cannot be understood fully, therefore they surrender. Whereas the materialists, they try to understand Krishna, or they try to understand this knowledge, and when they can't understand it, they give up. They say, oh, it's all illusion, it's all false. So in this way, Lord Krishna, he'll say a little bit more about his relationship with the material world and how he is related to the material world, how the living entities are related to the material world. This is his basic framework. Lord Krishna speaks about the three relationships. His relationship to the living entities, his relationship to the material world, and the material world's relationship to the living entities. Jiva and Prakriti, and the relationship in between. And then he'll speak about karma and kala, the 5 main topics, but they are all interwoven within the chapters. So I'll end there. If there are any questions or comments, please feel free to ask. Yes, Prabhu.
Nice class, Prabhu. I enjoyed your class. But I have a doubt about this. In the purport, the Lord says that everything is resting on Him.
Yes.
First line.
Yes.
In the translation, the first line, and yet everything that is created does not rest in me.
Yes.
It is conflict, right? How to understand this?
Yeah, so in the text 4, he's saying, Maya tatam idam sarvam jagad avyakta murtina mat-sthāni sarva bhūtāni. So that mat-sthāni sarva bhūtāni means all beings are in me. But in text 5, he says, Nacha mat-sthāni bhūtāni. Though at the same time they are not in me. So how to understand it? He's saying, paśya yogam aiśvaram. Behold my mystic opulence. And it has, as I mentioned, it has relation to do with the different phases of the absolute truth. Yeah. All beings are in him means in the Brahman. But him as Bhagavan, as Krishna, he is not, separate. Yes.
He
Yes.
is not in this.
He is not.
He is not.
Yes.
Everything are resting on Him.
Yes.
He is not in that.
He is not.
That
Yes.
is the two slokas.
Yes. The 2 slokas. So in 9.4, how everything is in him, all beings are in him, he's showing in the universal form. And how he is in everything, he's showing through the vibhutis in the 10th chapter. Yes. Yes. Yes, Prabhu? At the back.
Prabhu, Lord Krishna mentions that he is, for instance, lion amongst the animals, then he is the taste of the water, and
Yes.
he is the Himalayan, the immovable object.
Yes.
Then he also says everything is me, everything is. So how to try to understand this thing, that why he mentions specifically he is only the lion, he is only the Himalayan.
So, yes, why only from all the question is that all the animals that are there, why is the Lord saying he's the lion? Why not any other animal? Or of all the immovable things, why is saying he's the Himalayas and why not any other? So, in all these exhibitions of the material world, there is some that are standing out more than the rest. So immovable things means Himalayas is the tallest, right? And so therefore, that is an exhibition of the Lord's splendor, his vibhuti. Lion is the most ferocious, the king. Even in ordinary, normal knowledge, they say king of the jungle is lion. Why lion? Because of the ferocity that the lion brings. That is an exhibition of Lord Krishna's splendor. And he says towards the end of the chapter, anything you see as marvelous, as wonderful, as standing out, know that to be a spark of my splendor. Yad yad vibhutimat sattam shimad urjitam evava tattad eva vagachattam mama tejong sambhavam. Just know that it is only a spark of my splendor. Just like water, you gave the example of tasting water. When you're thirsty, only water will satisfy your thirst. You can drink other beverages, but you will still remain thirsty. Isn't it? Until and unless you drink water, then, that sweet taste of the water that satisfies the thirst, that is Krishna's splendor.
You should understand it as a manifestation of his energy.
Yes. Not Krishna himself, yes. It's a splendor, his power, his Shakti that is being manifested there. Any other questions or comments? Okay, thank you very much. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thai Gaur Premanande. Hari Hari Bol.